Hey, Matilda. Welcome to Breaking Beauty Podcast. I'm Carlene. This is Jill. We're so excited to have you on the mic today here in New York City. You are TikTok, Instagram famous, let's be honest. People kind of follow everything that you do. And I think what might surprise people, though, and what I think is really interesting is you don't filter any of your photos. How did you come to this decision? Like, what was there like a breaking moment or what?
I think yes. When I started Instagram, I never meant to like work with Instagram or like the influencer side or as an Instagram model, whatever you want to call it. So when I first started out, like I've always loved photography. So I would like make my own presets because I thought it was so fun. But then when I hit a certain number, I just kind of like realized that, okay, well, whoa, a lot of people are following me. Like I just want to be as authentic to myself and as genuine as I can because I think that's important. So that's when I just stopped like with it. I've never edited like my body or my face or anything, but I did use like filters to adjust the photos.
Yeah.
But I don't do that anymore either.
Not the moment. Okay.
And, I feel like I've heard you talk about, just building up your own self-esteem and your own confidence and almost like mantras that you follow. And I feel like you get your followers to kind of like repeat after me or something.
Yeah.
When did you start that? Like, tell us the story about that.
The repeat after me is funny because I've always just said that because it's like repeat after me. So you actually do. And then I had one girl, she was like, it sounds a little scary saying like repeat after me. It's like you're encouraging a cult or something.
Right.
And I'm like, oh my God, not the point at all. But I think I started that. I think it was like 2020. I was going through a lot that year as well, just like personal stuff. So I think I just needed the little boost for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your go-to mantra?
I actually think I woke up this morning and I think like in my sleep, I was like, I'm enough, I'm valuable, I'm worthy. And I just said that like 3 times. I don't know if it was a dream or if it was real.
Yeah. That's good. It means that you're like internalizing,
Yeah.
which I think is how affirmations work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
You
the thing.
verbalize it and then,
Exactly. And then you just start believing it.
I totally believe that. We're going to get into your sphere of influence on today's show because it's huge. But it's interesting because you probably get so much access now. You get invited to, front row at Fashion Week in Paris. But I've heard that you actually turned down these opportunities. Tell us why that is.
For me, it's so important that whatever I do, I feel good about it. It needs to like feel good in my gut. If it doesn't feel good, then why am I doing it? I shouldn't be doing it. And I also think, like being in certain spaces where I don't feel good and I don't really support what's going on. I think I never want to be in spaces like that. So I think that's why I've kind of said thank you, but no thank you. I think that the fashion industry needs to be more inclusive than it is today. And until it's really inclusive, I don't really see the point in being at a fashion show because I think I would just probably wouldn't feel good being there.
Yeah. I feel like there was this body positivity moment in a couple of years ago and it was like great, we're starting to see change. And now Jill and I have been talking about this. It feels like there's this wave moment back in the air. And it's like you see some shows that have diverse sizes and then some that it's just like you'd be hard pressed to find anyone who's not a size 0, you know?
Yeah.
I honestly commend you because it would be pretty hard as a young person to be like, no, thanks. I don't need a Louis Vuitton bag and like a 5-star hotel and, this luxury experience. So sticking to your morals is like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So I know that in the past you're really honest with your audience about some of the struggles you've had. I know you've talked about having an ectopic pregnancy that you've talked also about having eating disorders in the past. And one thing that you talked about was orthorexia, which I think a lot of people maybe aren't as familiar with.
Yeah.
And it's that if people aren't aware and they're listening, it's kind of like almost like an obsession with eating healthily that goes overboard. So how did you sort of come to terms with that? And it kind of is a gray area, you know what I mean, where people are, especially in this wellness culture that we're living in. So maybe you can talk to us a bit about that.
I mean, like you said, I think it's a gray area and I think it's pretty easy to kind of come to that side where it's like the exercising and eating healthy starts getting really, really dangerous and really bad for your health instead of being good for your health. And I think that's kind of how it happened for me. I've always loved exercising. It's always been a form of like celebration for my body. But then when I was a teenager, obviously in the Tumblr era, and Tumblr was a dangerous place. I'm glad it doesn't really exist anymore. I just started, you know, becoming really obsessed with what I ate, and I counted calories, and you can never really tell. If you saw me, you couldn't tell that I was going through an eating disorder, but inside it was just like mind ghosts every single day that I dealt with. And I think, you know, like me saying, oh, I'm just going to the gym, it's not alarming. It's when you realize how often I was going to the gym and how little I was eating at the same time. That's when you start like realizing that, okay, something might be off. And I think it's hard to realize that you might be dealing with orthorexia.
Yeah. I think so too, because it is like you could see people going to the gym every day and not, you know, seeing anything wrong with that, and like green juice and all the things. I think that is really tricky when you realize that you've crossed a threshold, you know?
Yeah.
Do you have any tips that help you today to keep that healthier mindset?
Well, I try to remind myself that I should always work out because I love my body, not because I hate it. And I think that's like a mantra that I live by. And I think working out is a celebration of what my body can do, because I truly am so grateful that I can move my body in the ways that I can. And I don't force myself to work out anymore. If I don't feel up for it, like I'm not going to force myself to go to the gym. And I think also realizing that food is your best friend. You need food to survive. And we're so lucky to have access to all of this delicious food. And I think realizing that has kind of also really helped me to appreciate food in a way that I didn't before.
What's your most fun workout? Do you go dancing? What do you do?
Oh my God, I wish I danced. I did when I was younger. I did like hip hop and stuff.
Cool.
But I love Megaformer. I think it's a really fun workout. I think also because it's so tough, and like there's so many small muscles that you're working, so you don't have time. Like I don't have time to think about anything else than like the actual workout, which my brain really needs.
Yeah. So we want to talk about your fashion line, because you started Djerf Avenue in 2020. It's so exciting that you started your own fashion collection. And I wanted to ask you, because I read that you started with 9 pieces that you felt were missing from your wardrobe. So maybe you could tell us about just like some of your approach and how you do build a wardrobe and like the key to this formula and this style that you've, you know, so many people are after now.
Well, I think for me, you know, Giraffe Avenue and the first collection that we did, and today, like our core collection, it's essentially like the only items that I need in my closet to be able to, you know, style in 100 different ways and, you know, go from like the office to like the dinner and then the club. Not that I go clubbing, because I really don't, unfortunately. I'm such a grandma. But I think it's just really important to build your staple closet. And I think that's what Giraffe Avenue is all about. I really want to focus on timeless pieces that aren't trend focused, and that, you know, like I want our customers to be able to wear these items for years and not just throw it out after a season. And I think there's, you know, fast fashion does that. And I think we don't need more brands like that. So that's been really, that's been like the main focus for Djerf Avenue.
So what are these key items? Blazer, obviously.
Blazer, obviously. I'm always in a blazer.
Every girlie's got a blazer right now. Oversized, obviously.
Oversized blazer. It's my thing. I can't live without it. And then our breezy shirts, which is a button-up shirt. I wear that every single week. Like there's not a week that goes by that I don't wear it. A pair of like suit pants I love, because you can dress up and down. A pair of perfect jeans. We're launching our relaxed jeans in November, and they're my version of the perfect jeans. So I'm really excited about that. And then just like basic like t-shirts, long sleeved tank top. That's like all I need.
I love it. I feel like anyone can wear these pieces too. It's not like the tube top.
We have a tube top with like a silicone tape inside, and it stays up. And we have a lot of customers actually who said like, I would never wear a tube top. And then they purchase ours and they're like, whoa, I love a tube top.
Okay, converted. Give me the tube top.
I'll send you a tube top and we'll see what you think.
On your website who is generous, you know, in the chest area, like me, and I was like, oh my God, it's actually staying up. Like I need to maybe check this out.
Just say it and I'll send it. You could run a marathon. Like it stays up.
Wow. That's saying a lot.
Okay, I'll put that to the test. I'll do it on TikTok, Matilda.
Oh, damn.
We tried it.
Okay, no. What about the whole aesthetic though behind your line? Like, I mean, just wearing oversized, and you're like petite. I actually thought you were going to be a lot taller, but in person,
I always
you're
get that.
petite. So, I feel like that's not always the easiest thing to pull off, is the oversized. I bet you get that question all the time. Tell us about the aesthetic of it all.
I mean, I will say it's all about confidence, truly. Like,
Yeah.
I had this conversation with my friend the other day because she tried on the blazer that I was wearing, and like she put it on like with her slouch shoulders. And I was
Right.
like, no, like stand up straight, like own it.
Yeah.
And she did, and she was like, whoa, like this made the difference. And it sounds
Wow.
like such a small, weird thing, but it really
Mhm.
like that's the
Yeah.
thing. And I think, you know, for me, I'm all about comfort. I think when I'm comfortable, I'm
Yeah.
automatically confident. So I think that's
Mhm.
why I'm drawn to, you know, oversized, because it's just so comfortable.
God,
Yeah.
it's so true. There's no worse feeling than like pulling down a skirt or like
Exactly.
worrying about your shirt being, you know,
Mhm.
too
Exactly.
revealing or something.
Or your tube top flying off.
Yeah.
Flying off also.
So a little birdie told us that Djerf Avenue is launching a resale site.
Yeah.
What can you tell us?
Well, I'm really, really excited. It's something that I wanted to do since we started Giraffe Avenue. It's just a really big project, which I didn't really realize.
yeah.
So I think we're actually launching it like next week.
No
hopefully.
way.
And it'll just give our customers a space and a safe space for them to sell their clothes if they can't maybe fit into it anymore, or they
Yeah.
need, you know,
Yeah.
they want something new. So it's gonna be really good. I'm hoping.
Now, to clarify, is this only Djerf pieces that they
It'll
can
only be
sell?
Djerf pieces for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they can go in and sell their pieces, or they sell it back to you?
They
or how
sell
does
it to another customer. So let's say I
okay.
have a blazer, or like
Got
I have a
it.
pair of pants that I can't fit into anymore.
Right.
We never want to save a pair of pants and thinking, oh, I'll fit into these in a year. That's
Yeah.
not what
Yeah.
we want. It's better that, you know, I sell them to somebody else, and then
Yeah.
I can purchase a new size.
That's so smart. We were just talking about that actually on the way here. And I was
Mhm.
like, she returns her stuff. And I was like, I hate returning my
Yeah.
stuff. So I throw it in my consignment bag and it goes to consignment. But this is much better. Yeah.
So that's cool. So will it be like on your website? Is it a platform on your website?
Yeah, it'll be on our
Okay.
website. So we have a little tab, and it'll also be like a max price. So customers
Oh.
won't be able to sell it for like a crazy high price.
Right.
Because we've noticed that before with some items that have
Right.
sold out. You know, somebody will sell it on like eBay for like,
Oh.
I don't know, like double the price
Oh,
or
it's
even
like
more.
scalpers.
Yeah, and we don't want that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that there's more integrity behind
Yeah.
it. It
Yeah.
really is aligned with your whole mission. That's cool.
All right, we're going to get into beauty
Oh,
now.
yeah. Beauty
Oh.
talk.
We have to.
Beauty talk.
And starting with the hair, of course.
Yeah. I mean, your
It's not
hair-
a good hair day. I'm like,
Okay.
I wish it wasn't 95% humidity outside.
It's not.
Real talk,
Okay,
everybody.
You fooled me.
Real talk, everybody. Today in New York it couldn't be worse weather
No.
for hair. I mean,
It's very
both
humid.
Caroline and I curled our hair this morning. We tried to have our best hair day ever for Matilda, and it's just like it's already flat.
Yeah,
But
that's
Matilda's
okay.
hair, it's not surprising to report her hair still looks phenomenal.
Yes, it
Thank you.
does.
I
Yeah.
can't, yeah, thank you.
So what's the most common question you get about your hair?
Well, I think the most common question is how I style my bangs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we need to know, obviously, for anyone who hasn't heard. So just to describe it, you've got it's like a modern Farrah Fawcett and a curtain bang. Is this still called the curtain bang?
I think
don't
it's
know.
like called the curtain bang, but right now it's pretty grown out. My
Okay.
hairdresser lives 4 hours away from me, so we have a hard time.
Yeah.
Can't do that
Yeah.
on Zoom.
Well, give us
No.
the
Yeah.
411. Like what are the top 3 steps? What are the top 3 products? Give us the intel.
Well, I feel like I don't have a favorite shampoo and conditioner.
Okay.
So I'm taking matters into my own hands, and that's all I can say.
Ooh.
But I've never had a favorite hair care brand, which is an
Oh,
issue because I
interesting.
love hair. I think hairs
Yeah.
are really, like, some people love makeup, some love skincare. I
Yeah.
love hair. It's
Mhm.
always been really fun. I've always loved styling my friends' hair. But I think that a great shampoo and conditioner is what you need. And I feel like I wish I could recommend one, but I really
Yes.
can't.
All right.
Heat
fair.
protection is a must.
Yeah.
I love the Dyson Airwrap.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's expensive, but it's worth every single penny, if you
Yeah.
ask me.
Right.
But I know that some people really don't like it.
Yeah.
I think my hair is on like the thicker, drier side, so like
Yeah.
it lasts.
Right.
But for some it don't.
Yeah.
But and then just like I love the I don't know if I'm pronouncing it
Wait.
the
Wait.
way, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
I love their leave-in conditioner.
Yeah, the
It's-
spray?
Yeah,
That's what I use every day.
it's life-changing for me. It
Yeah.
just makes my hair so soft.
Yeah.
I think that's
Amazing.
like my absolute favorite hair
Yeah.
product.
Okay.
I have a question for you. Has
Yeah.
anyone sent you any of the knockoff Dyson Airwraps? And have you tried them?
They've tried, but I haven't tried them. I'm a true supporter of Dyson.
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
the same. Everyone blows up my DMs and they're like, I know
Yeah.
we talk about the Dyson Airwrap all the time.
Yeah.
I love it too. and they're like, what about this one from Amazon or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, it's like,
Yeah, don't
no.
even try
It
it.
looks
Yeah.
the same, but it's
Have
totally
you tried
different.
it?
I haven't tried any of the knockoffs,
Yeah.
but somebody
Yeah.
just asked me about the shark one the other day.
Because
and I
I've
was like,
seen
I
that
don't
on
know.
TikTok
Yes.
every single day lately. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this? And why does it look like a Dyson?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It makes for a good TikTok because
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
watches it, right? And
Exactly.
you want to
It's
know.
very
but-
true.
We will not stop until we go to the Dyson like HQ
We
and
wanna
go
go
in
to
the
the
factory and see
headquarters.
how
Oh
all
my
this is
God.
made and like take home a vacuum.
We need to get you
But
there.
what do you use to set your hair? Anything or it just stays like that?
I usually don't use anything to set my
There's
hair.
no hairspray involved.
No hairspray involved. I will say though, I do like the, how do you pronounce it? Oribe.
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 Yeah.
Their texturing spray.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My
Okay.
mom always used that when I was
Yes.
younger, and I would always steal it. So
Yeah.
I can
Smells
highly
so
recommend that.
amazing.
It smells so
Iconic.
good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good.
I use that one as well. Look, we're twinning on our hair products.
Hey.
Do you know when you might be able to reveal a little bit more about the potential shampoo and conditioner situation?
I don't know.
Lips are
Okay.
sealed?
Lips are sealed. Maybe.
Got it.
Okay.
Maybe next year.
We want to talk about your mom for a second. I heard, I don't know if this is true. Does she have fuchsia hair?
She has pink hair. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She's had pink hair like for so many years that I'm like, what did you look like when you didn't have pink hair? I can't even remember.
That's epic.
She's so cool.
What is it? Is she like a rock star? What's the story there?
I mean, she could be a rock star. She's amazing. No, but she's always had, so she's growing up, like she was super blonde. And then obviously, when we start aging, like
Yeah.
it doesn't
Yeah.
go as blonde and gorgeous anymore, I
Yeah.
guess. So she started doing like strawberry blonde, like copper. And then a few years back, like I think maybe it was like 10 years now, she's had pink hair.
Oh my gosh.
And she loves it. It's annoying though, because as soon as she like showers it, like color goes out. So she has to like maintain it at home a
Yeah.
lot.
Right, yeah.
But she gets it colored really pink because then it gets washed out and then it's more
Yeah.
like pastel pink. She's had all different
Yeah.
tones of pink.
Is she really into fashion? Is she like an
She
inspiration
is.
for you?
Yeah, she's always been my inspiration
Yeah.
for fashion.
Do you ever shop her closet?
I don't,
Her dad's
but
closet?
I can't shop. My dad is tiny. Like me trying his blazer, it's like a fitted blazer on me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't go in
Not
his closet.
big enough. Go bigger.
No,
Go
it's-
bigger.
He's tiny. His legs
Yeah.
are like little chicken legs.
Oh, okay.
So, no, but my mom, like, I remember when I was younger, I would like go through her closet. She had like the best denim, like kitten heels, and she donated every single item,
Oh
and
my
I was
goodness.
so upset. So,
oh, wow.
yeah,
So that's why you have to start your own line.
I know.
I'm curious, what do your parents think of everything that's going on with you? Like that they have there's a fashion brand out there that's their last
Got
name.
their name on it.
Yeah. Like
They're so proud. Like
Yeah.
my mom, all she wears is Djerf Avenue. My dad, all he wears, like every single article, he just posts this on like LinkedIn. Like such
Yeah.
a proud dad. I honestly have the
I
sweetest,
feel like
most
I need to
supportive
follow
parents.
your mom.
You do.
yeah, no,
It's-
she's got great style.
I love how
She's-
she wears the Djerf Avenue.
No, she's like a small influencer. I think she has like
Yes.
over 20,000 followers.
Yeah.
Like she does
Yeah,
Amazing.
my
collaborations and
sister
stuff.
too.
Yeah, my sister's amazing as well. So
Yeah.
she's a surfer. She actually won like the Swedish mastership, whatever you call
Yeah.
it in surfing. She's so
Wow.
cool. And then I
That's
have a
so
brother,
cool.
but he's more anonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's low key.
He's low key.
I also want to know, I know you just had a big profile written about you in the New York Times, which is a big deal. Any feedback you've gotten from that or any surprising reactions to it or anything?
Actually, no surprising reactions to
Mhm.
it. I think it's really important to show myself as a young entrepreneur and as a woman as well.
Yeah.
I did a panel yesterday for Vogue Business, and it was me and then two other men. And when I did that, I realized that like I need to be here because we're not represented enough. There's always so many men. There's so much men everywhere.
Yeah.
So I think it's just nice to be able to, show that as a young woman, you can also achieve really
Yeah.
great things.
Yeah. Were your parents shocked that you made a career out of what started as a hobby? Like, was there a day that you brought home a paycheck and they were just like, what is, like, tell us that.
I mean, when I started, so before I like officially started working with Instagram, I worked at a juice bar, and I remember asking my mom and dad, like, should I continue working here or should I try like doing this influencer thing? And surprisingly enough, my mom was like, no, Matilda, you should continue working at the juice bar. So
Yeah.
she's very like scared of things. I think she
Right.
has like a, she sees all aspects of it, I guess. My dad was like, no, Matilda, go for it, do it. But ever since then, they've just been really supportive, like I said. And I
Yeah.
think that they're like, what is going on? Like, this is crazy. But at the same time, I think they kind of know that it's like, that it is me, because I've always been really like
Yeah.
headstrong, and I've always been really, like, I've always known what I wanted. Like, my mom always said, like, when I was a baby, you could always fool babies and like pretend you're listening to them. But with me, like, I was like, Mom, you're not listening. Sharpen your ears. So
Yeah. What was the moment that they realized that you made it, that this is a big deal?
Well, I think one of the first moments, I did a photo shoot with a Spanish brand, and like a photo ended up in Mallorca, an island, and my mom was there, and it was like a really big photo on the side of the street. And I think for her that was like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know. I think it's the small moments where like people come up to them and they're like, "You're Matilda's dad and mom, right?
Right.
You're
Yeah.
her parents." That's when they're like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
we are."
Yeah.
And it's just really crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think what's interesting about social media is that with TikTok and Instagram, people probably feel like they know you.
Yeah.
And they write about you and your style and everything, whether it's on TikTok, they make a video, or it's a journalist or a blogger. What's like one of the more interesting or crazy things you've read about yourself since you've started this journey?
Oh, that's a hard one. You're putting me on the spot. I mean, I think there hasn't been anything like super crazy, I don't think. I just think like a lot of articles about my hair can get a little crazy because I'm like, it's just hair.
You're right.
Yeah.
But
people are like, I saw one thing where like you just put a clip in your hair and everyone's like screaming, crying, throwing up. Oh my God, POV, perfect hair. It's just like wild reactions to stuff you're just effortlessly doing every day. It must be.
It's weird.
Yeah, it must be a bit
it's really
weird.
Yeah.
And did you get recognized on the street in New York yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
what
I
happened?
What do
met
people
them.
do? What do they?
I mean, it's different. Some people just come up and say, "Hi, can I get a photo?" And then they run off. And then some people really, like to talk. And I stand and chat with them. I spoke to this one girl and she wanted to start her own business. So I gave her some business advice. And
Wow.
it really, it depends. There's a lot going on. But, I love it. I think it's really fun to meet people in real life and, hear their story and kind of see who they are and stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
That is really inspiring, like as a young female entrepreneur. Is there something you've learned along the way, because you are still like learning and as you go, that's been insightful or helping you grow to the next level?
I think for me, it's been really important to listen to my gut and to really feel confident and strong in who I am and what I'm doing. Because, obviously sometimes I'm in rooms with just older men and they like to, think that they're right and that their way of doing things is always, the right way. And I think being really sure in myself and what I'm doing has been really vital for like my business and for me becoming who I am as an entrepreneur today.
Yeah. Don't mansplain Matilda.
No,
she
please
knows
don't.
what's up.
I don't like it.
You have this big business. You were saying, I don't know how many hours you work in a day. You're only 25. What do you do for fun? What do you do to cut loose? Does Matilda go to raves?
Matilda does not go to raves. I'm not a rave person. I love dinners. I don't like clubbing. I love going out for dinner, getting a few drinks, the pre-party.
Right.
I like, you know what I mean? Just hang out with friends, being able to talk to each other, but also good music in the background. So I like that. I like a glass of wine or two. But then I'm a homebody. I love being home. I love just relaxing with my dog Rufus.
Yeah.
And my boyfriend Rasmus. Sorry, Ras. It's just the dog.
Yeah.
So I noticed the other day in one of your photos, you're reading a lot and you're walking around New York with a paperback. So what are you reading?
Well, right now I'm reading It Starts With Us.
Okay.
You know that? It Ends With Us?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It Ends With Us
with
Colleen Hoover.
Yes, Colleen Hoover.
Yeah. So she just released It Starts With Us. So that's what I'm reading right now.
Okay.
But then I usually always travel with, what's it called? The Jay Shetty book? Life Purpose. I don't know what it's called. I like traveling with that because it's nice little, when you need a break, you can just remind yourself of some things.
Like little.
But I love books. I love reading.
Yeah.
I love books.
What else do you do to chill out? Are you a sauna girl? Did that originate in Sweden?
Finland.
Oh, okay.
Finland.
See, I always get them confused.
But I love infrared sauna. It's so expensive though in Sweden that it's wild.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really expensive in Sweden.
Huh.
To have in your house, it's expensive.
Well,
or
to go and
okay.
do the sauna.
Yeah.
Because I live in an apartment. It's not that big, so I wouldn't have space for a sauna, unfortunately. I wish.
once went to one that was we could go to in our neighborhood. It was actually really cool. It was in the backyard, and they called it a sauna. They said we were pronouncing it wrong. It was actually sauna.
Sauna.
Finnish people say sauna.
Okay.
Sauna.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We're going to do a fun rapid fire top shelf edition with you, finding out all your favorite beauty products. But first, we want to ask you, what is one thing that nobody knows about you?
That's a really hard question. What's one thing nobody knows about me? Well, maybe people know, but people don't like that I say this, but I hate pasta.
Oh my
And
gosh.
ice cream. My dad's pasta, I can't get behind. But like at a restaurant, I would never in my wildest dream order a pasta.
Okay.
I love salmon. Salmon
Yeah.
and mashed
Yeah.
potatoes.
Oh,
Okay.
such good comfort food.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. What's your desert island makeup item?
Moisturizer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No makeup.
No.
Okay.
If I'm on an island, I'm probably going to get a tan.
Yeah.
Anyway,
True.
So what's the moisturizer?
I love Rhode.
Oh, the Road Beauty?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I love their products.
Which product do you like?
I
the
mean,
best?
I
You use
love
the
all
whole
of
thing?
them.
Yeah.
I genuinely do. Like, I've tried a lot of different skincare and makeup brands, but I really love it. The glaze is gorgeous. It's amazing. And then the moisturizer is really nice.
Yeah.
So
Okay. What about SPF? Do you wear it or not?
I wish that I could confidently say that I wear it every single day.
Mhm.
I'm really, because I don't get sunburns. So
Yeah.
with that, I forget it,
Yeah.
which is really bad. But when I do wear it, I like the, what's it called? The Super Goop?
Super Goop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
have a few
Okay.
ones that I like. Yeah.
They have
Okay.
good ones.
What about a brow product that you really like?
Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel.
Clear brow gel?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
you-
used it for years. It's my favorite.
Have you ever tried the brow freeze?
I have not personally tried it, but I've had a makeup artist try it on me.
Yeah.
And the feeling of them being so like on my
Rigid.
face. Yeah, I did not like it. I'm
If you
sticking
are
to the
very
gel.
aware of each and every hair in your brow,
Yes.
if you
And it's
have
Yeah.
it
like
on.
so heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not the vibe.
What about drugstore product? Is there a find that you would use?
I think it's hard with drugstore products because a lot of them are not cruelty free.
Mm.
And that's really important to me. So
Okay.
I have not yet found
Okay.
a drugstore product.
What's the lippy? What's the gloss? What's the thing?
That's also Rhode.
Okay.
All
All Rhode all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. But I also like Tower 28. They have like a
Mhm.
lip gloss or a
Yeah.
lip jelly, I think it's called.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's really, really good.
I love their products too.
Yeah.
Okay. Something that's interesting, or when I was reading up on your journey, a lot of people think you're from Australia.
Yeah.
How and why and
It's weird. When I started Instagram, I was in Bali in Australia. I did a lot of
Yeah.
like modeling jobs and I think I wasn't even there for a long time. I think it was like 6 months in total.
yeah.
And after that, people just assumed I was from Australia.
yeah. Okay.
That's so funny.
So is there anything, do you use a bronzer or anything to keep that like
Golden Glow.
golden glow going?
I love Say Beauty, the gel.
Super glowy gel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
Or-
it. It's
or the
gorgeous.
glowy
too.
super gel.
Yeah, Glowy
Yeah.
Super Gel. That's the name.
Yeah.
I
it
love it.
too.
Which color? Do you know? The
Um,
bronzy one?
I think there's like 2 colors, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they introduced a
2 or
third one.
3,
But
yeah.
if it's the
Okay.
2 colors, it's the darker one. And I
Okay.
usually just go like on my cheeks above my nose. Like I don't put it in my entire face.
Yeah. Okay. 2023 mantra for
Yeah.
Matilda. What would that be?
Take care of yourself and the people around you.
Mhm.
Probably.
Yeah.
Boring, but
No,
important.
It's
Yeah.
not boring at all. Do you
Yeah.
journal?
I do journal. Sometimes I'm in better periods where I journal often. Sometimes I forget. But I think it's a way for me to just sometimes it can get overwhelming in my head. And if I
Yeah.
write it down, it's just kind of like whew,
Yeah.
putting it all on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you so much, Matilda.
Thank
This
you
was
for
so much
having
fun.
me.
So
I think
fun.
it's absolutely adorable when you're like, whew.
I
Describes the year.
I'm seeing the emoji with the smoke
Yeah,
coming out.
yeah, exactly. Whew.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
It's
It was
Yeah,
been so
lovely
thank you
fun.
chatting
so
with you.
much.
Thank you.